fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my God, it's people helping people!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. Feels good. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, this is a live show. This is a live show. So leave your comments and questions and any kind of remarks that you have in the comments there. We get to them as we go. So you can be a part of this podcast with us today. And I'm just so grateful. You know, People Helping People has been moving. We've been growing. We've been grooving. And we're just getting so much support from the individuals that have either been on the show or tuning in to watch us to be a part of this journey with us. So I want to thank everybody that's been along for the ride. Anybody that's just joining us, this one's for you. Yeah. And if you don't know, we closed out Chapter 1, which was 30 live shows in 30 days, and we are on to Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is called The Give Back. Me being a type 1 diabetic myself, we wanted to give back to the kids in the world that also are suffering from type 1 diabetes. And how we're doing so is by sending kids to Camp ASDA. And without your guys' support and love and viewership and the community that we built here, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now. And there will be links below if you guys would like to donate to help send a kid to Camp ASDA, which is a camp, week-long camp where they can be surrounded by other type 1 diabetics, the camp counselors, the medical staff, all the other kids that are there are type 1 diabetics. So it's a life-altering event for a young kid to experience. So that's what we're here to do during Chapter 2, and I'm so excited about it. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have a really exciting show tonight. We have an incredible guest that I have known for what feels like decades. And, you know, he is a jack of all trades, and his story is something that is really inspiring. You know, myself being a guitar player, myself being an artist, musician, I've always seen the way that this individual moves. I've seen the way that this individual is just in love with his craft. And I am so excited to have on the show tonight our friend, the man, the myth, the legend, Kaden Owens.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
Congratulations on Chapter 2.
Oh, thanks, bro.
That's a feat.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I'm just so stoked to be able to do something for people, you know, and like having the community come together and supporting other families while we're doing it. Like, this is just a labor of love, man, and it's happening.
I remember seeing your the 30-day challenge, and as it went on, I'm like, oh man, fucking Alexander's doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we had to kick it
really
off in a
awesome.
big way. Bro,
I never
I'm so
thought
excited.
that I would be on here, dude.
Yeah, I'm so excited to
cool.
have you on here, bro.
Well, that's the rock and roll to talk about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I want to get into all that. But for the people that don't know, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi. Hey, everybody. I'm Kaden Owens. I'm a rock and roll musician here in San Francisco. And yeah, I moved here from Portland area, McMinnville, Oregon. After high school, I moved to Yosemite National Park, got a job, and lived in the valley there, met a lot of cool people, and played and wrote music, hiking, fishing, you bet, you know, everything, climbing. And then I moved to San Francisco. It was like a big goal I had, and I nailed it. A lot of friends in my life I've met helped me get to where I am now. You can't do it alone. People are helping people.
Yeah, I love it, bro. I love it. Welcome to the show, man. Let's go.
Thank you, dude. I
Yeah.
love the class. How many people you got in the studio, man? That's
Bro, yeah, that's what it's all about. We got the live audience right here at my fingertips. It's perfect. Well, man, again, I'm stoked to have you on the show and just dive a little bit deeper into what you've been doing because you've always been the rock and roll guy. I mean, following your story and what you've done over the years, it's like you got the hair going, you got the electric
yeah,
guitar,
never changed.
bro, and it's epic. It's so epic. I want to know, like, back in the day, where this stemmed from, because I feel like you're just a unicorn of a human being.
Uh,
You're so unique, and I want to know where this stemmed from. Like, was your dad a big rocker? Your mom? Like, where
my
did your
dad
love
liked
for rock and
country
roll
and
start?
blues.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry to cut you off. I
No,
get
you're
where
good.
you're going.
You're good.
My mom was the rocker that um, I had her vinyl collection in my room, and I had a turntable we picked up at like a garage sale for $10, and it had like two cassettes. You could you'd have two cassettes and a turntable, and you connected to two big old janky speakers. And my mom's turntable, that was a nice one where we went into that room. That's where the initial vinyl collection was, and her vinyls consisted of Journey, Boston, Aerosmith, Eagles. There's a live Eagles album. Uh, I listened to her Journey albums and read along the lyrics, and it's like while the radio was playing "Don't Stop Believin'," I was listening to the deep cuts like "Dead or Alive" and "Lay It Down." There's some, uh, more into the deep cuts because they had the better guitar solos, the higher like vocal range, and less pop driven music. And Aerosmith too, the same thing. Um, I love Aerosmith. People tend to like challenge me, like, "Whoa, there's a radio friendly band," but they got grimy rock too, and that's what I wanted to listen to,
Yeah.
classic rock. And so my mom's vinyl collection's all rock. My dad was very knowledgeable about music to where we'd be at like Best Buy or Fry's Electronics out of Portland. Remember that big
Yeah.
place there, like the big CD collection, and scrolling through CDs with my dad, and he'd be like teaching me about different musicians in the band. So I learned how to memorize the guitar player
Mm.
or drummer. And then my obsession kind of kicked off there, reading the back of the vinyl, the lyrics inside. I got really obsessed at an early age, stemming from my mom's vinyl collection. And we had a subscription to Guitar World magazine,
Yeah.
and they had tablature in the back of those. You find like little riffs that you could rip off, and uh, yeah. So that's when I was little, and I don't really remember my age, 7 maybe, with the vinyl. I thought it was just a cool device to pick a plate and put it on something that's fun, and you got to be very careful with the needle. And
Yeah.
then you could like see the lines. You'd be like track 3, and then like 3/4 of the way in's where the guitar solo is.
Right.
You know, so that stems from my obsession and like listening to the right after the guitar solo and "Lay It Down." I remember driving that needle right after the guitar solo when Steve Perry, it's like riffing on these melodical high notes, intensity, just raw power. And
Mm.
as my taste grew heavier, I was listening to a lot of Metallica and the older Metallica. Um, I didn't start listening to the guttural heavy metal that I do enjoy now, but that was later on
Yeah.
after I could build that palette for that. It
I
took a
love
while to
it.
learn how to listen to that, learn what I liked about it, and then diving into that range.
Yeah. Dude, I love diving into those nostalgic moments and like you're explaining, like finding the right moment or the right section of that record where the guitar solo started and getting excited to have that come back around, placing it just right so you get the beginning.
Right.
That's so rad, man.
You want to be careful with the needle too, because if my mom heard it scratch,
Oh, it was a wrap.
game over.
Yeah. Man, so you had this early obsession thanks to mama. She's kind of feeding this monster from the get-go. Little did she know that it would start a fire in you.
Yeah.
And I want to know, as far as this music's being this music is around you and you're taking all this inspiration from it. When did you start to actually grab an instrument, and which instrument did you grab first?
My brothers also play. I have two brothers and a sister.
Shout out.
And shout out,
Yeah.
what's up, fam? uh, my older brother Kyle played well, and I remember like he loved the Smashing Pumpkins. He showed me who Led Zeppelin was, and I was listening to there was like this when I hear it. So it's kind of chaotic, but I love this about this neighborhood. But onto it, my brother Kyle introduced me and my other brother Connor to like the alternative 90s rock when we were young, because I was, in 96, I was old enough to kind of figure out that I liked that music. And so Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath
Mm.
when I was young too. So it wasn't all my mom. I got to give credit to my older brother Kyle. He bought me my first Van Halen CD. He got me the debut
Oof.
with the Eruption on it. And 1984, my first CD I bought with my own money was the One by One album by Foo Fighters. And I
Nah.
remember my older brother Kyle being like, all right,
Legendary.
well, now you got to listen to Color and Shape.
Uh,
That's the best one. So I remember listening to Wind Up, and if you listen to Wind Up by the Foo Fighters, like there's a break on it. It's like it's like a really just hard rock in your face. It was heavy. It wasn't heavy enough to be metal or punk, but it was still just headbangingly good.
yeah, love it.
So yeah, I love that. Anytime you get just like the perfect tempo on the drums that are just simple enough, and then just a very girthy riff.
Mm,
That's what I live for.
bro. And
So
there's something to be said about having a band go double time and then all of a sudden just splitting it in half.
yeah,
Feel just hit
tearing it out.
bam and just you can't help yourself.
Yeah,
Get after it. Yeah. I'm with you, man. That's
energy in there.
yeah.
Human. It's superhuman.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something that like it's in our blood. The
Mm,
human race. There's
bro.
something tribal about rock. You know, we all
100%.
feel it. It's a language we all speak. You know,
Yeah.
thanks to Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin to push that envelope. You
Mm,
give us the gold.
yeah.
Van Halen, the classics, the heroes, Judas Priest,
Ah,
huge Judas Priest fan.
hell yeah.
The OGs. You have to give them credit where it's due.
Well, they paved the way. I mean, they were literally just bulldozing these paths that nobody had ever gone down before.
Yeah, the
And
first they made a risk.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
took it.
Yeah. So these guys are blazing the trails. Your ears are on fire. You're ignited from the inside out. Older bro. Shout out to Kyle. He's hooking you up with music and kind of guiding you down. Like, hey, if you like this, try this out.
Yeah.
And when did you starting playing music come into play?
We grew up with a guitar around our house, like an
Mm.
acoustic. It was a Jasmine. It's a Takamine um, Jasmine model, and it was the guitar that was always leaned up against the wall that you could pick up and tune it if you want. It
Yeah.
was we lived in a household where it was available if you feel a creative tickle, if you will, scratch that itch. It's up there if you want it. So we've I've been grounded from drums before.
Really?
My mom took my sticks and cymbals away.
Why?
Yeah, I think it had to do with grades or something.
Oh shit.
So I wasn't paying attention to. I was like, I wanted to drum and rock out. My mom was like, no, this is a distraction. You have to pass or something.
Right. Yeah. Mama knows what's best. There's a little give and
I
take.
know it. I know.
I love that,
I was
man.
like, Mom, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna be a terrible drummer when I get back to it. He's like, Kaden, drums are a skill. It's like riding a bike. You'll be fine. Just get your grades up.
Bro, when I look back on when I first started playing music, I if I could give any musician and artist advice, and I don't know if you feel the same, but I wish I would have started with drums because
Mhm.
the tempo, learning that tempo and how to change tempo and just the subtle nuances that drums teach you in utilizing every portion of your body. There's so many different things working at once.
Yeah,
And that lays the foundation to be an incredible guitarist, an
sure
incredible
does.
bassist. And yeah, I'd like to hear your take on learning instruments and where you started and what your thoughts are on that.
Okay, they balance each other out. I'll tell you. Um, the drums, they're your they're your pavement. They're your building blocks. So you get a good groove in, you get that on a loop, and then it inspires certain riffs, and then you take it back to the drums, and then you build on the drums to you're like you're delegating drums from guitar and drums like it's they're helping each other out. And
Yeah.
so when I learned how to play bass, it was a lot more difficult than I thought because it must be an easier instrument than guitar because there's less strings. Little did I know it's the rhythm section. And so you're that middle ground between the guitar and drums. You're you're the bridge, and you want to be a sturdy bridge. You don't
Mm,
want an island to be floating away. You want to keep them together.
mm.
You're building this zone, and um, one of my favorite bass players, Robert DeLeo from Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh wow.
Next time you listen to Stone Temple Pilots, I want you to keep an ear out for Robert DeLeo's bass lines. They're taken from different styles of music, not only rock and roll, but Motown,
Mm.
like old blues. Even Interstate Love Song was not a cumbia song, not a salsa song, but it was a Spanish like jazz uh, riff with jazz chords in it, and it is a lot more difficult to play than you think. It sounds simple, but then you read the charts and you're like, "Whoa, this guy go to Harvard or something?" These
Yeah.
are expensive chords, man. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, when you listen to good bass players, it's really inspiring. I give bass players a lot more credit now since
Ah,
I understand it.
yeah. Now, do you think Flea is underrated or overrated?
Flea is a very, very talented person. I think that um, Red Hot Chili Peppers are a little too blown up. But don't get me wrong, Flea is tremendous. He plays trumpet, dude. You know, like he's not only a bass player that dances.
Yeah.
He's, I think his brain is it's quite a delight, you know, and to share. I don't. It's like I don't. I think he gets enough credit, you know,
Yeah.
not over, not under. I think he's a very talented individual, and you know, if you bring joy to somebody and inspire to pick up a bass, you know, I, I don't have a bass here. This is my friend's guitar. Look, sound like slap, you know,
Sick.
like picking up. Hey,
Yeah, the
that'd
crowd.
be $20. No.
Oh, bro.
So the slap bass, he inspired a lot of people to pick up the bass.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're going to be a funk bass player all your life.
Yeah.
We take, as a musician, we take things from blues, jazz, everything. Just because I play hard rock doesn't mean that's all I do. I
Yeah.
learn jazz chords, but sometimes I can't stand listening to certain jazz.
Yeah.
I like progressive jazz, you know, the difficult stuff to where it sounds like an Olympic music class.
So, bro, are you into, like, do you know music theory? Is that something that you taught yourself over time, or are you just all by ear? Where you at with that?
I teach drums,
Okay.
and so when I teach children how um, music works with drums, there is music theory involved. I'm talking about the difference between 4/4 time signature, 6/8 time signature. There's different time signatures we need to be aware of, you know. So music theory is very important.
Hmm.
And learning more only makes you more creative. It's
Yeah.
another paintbrush in your bag, you know.
Bro, you're teaching me right now because I really like I've held on to never learning how to read music or known theory or done anything like that, and knowing that it would sharpen my skills in every asset of music. And I know that. And for
Yes.
whatever reason have not taken the time. And I'm glad that you said that, because adding more tools to the tool belt, more
Yeah,
brush,
it's never a bad thing.
bro. Yeah.
Nobody wants to be improvising and hit a wall when all you needed to do is flatten that fifth and we're good to go. You know? So, yeah, with drums, being aware of that, you know, playing guitar, it helps each other out. You know, it's like just because I'm a drum doesn't mean I'm not able to learn guitar,
Yeah.
not able to learn something.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, it's a learning experience. It's a language we learn to
Mm,
communicate, to show love, to spread joy. You know, people that are, you know, battling a strong illness, you know, it helps.
yeah.
Music soothes time, you know. So
Yeah.
music theory, the meaning of music, you might think of harmonies, melodies, and trying to come up with what music is. Do you want to take a swing at it? What music is?
Are you asking me?
That's a
Music is a
question.
language, in my opinion. It's a language of
Sure is.
emotion and connection.
But
Um,
scientifically,
ah, it is. And great question. Give me a moment.
yeah,
I believe that music is the one thing that those vibrations change the physical being of everything around it. So I believe music to be one of the only internal altering things that we can that we can produce in this world.
I don't feel like there's wrong answers, but there is a right answer.
Let's hear
You ready for it?
it. Hit me.
That was beautiful, by the way.
No, thanks, thanks. Off the top.
So, music is organized time.
Oh, come on.
I learned that in music theory. That's
Yeah,
all it is,
yeah. I love that.
theoretically.
And the nostalgia that comes with music is so incredible. Like,
Transparent, yeah.
gosh, man, I love more than anything in my house to put on some Nora Jones in the morning while I'm waking up because I remember
Takes
my
you back to
ma.
2006.
Right, I remember my ma
Yeah,
she's cooking up some cinnamon rolls for Sunday morning and hearing some Nora Jones or some Beatles or just those songs, and I can smell it. I can hear my ma singing it. I can feel it, and
yeah,
that is music just takes you places and stops time.
sure does.
Mm,
Music is important, and it's like tasting a food for the first time that or like going to a pizza spot. And you're like, oh, this is actually the best
this is
pizza I've had in a
crazy.
long time. It's the same thing with hearing a song you love.
Mm,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. For anybody um, that's listening right now and say they wanted to start playing some instruments of any kind, what words of advice would you have for people of any age that wants to start playing music?
What do you hear jump out when you listen to your favorite song? Do you hear the vocals and the lyrics, or do you disregard those and listen to the drums? Do you listen for tasteful melodies? And what makes those melodies? What voicings do you want to encapsulate for your viewers?
So good. God dang. I mean, did you have that written in the back there? Like that was too
Yeah,
good.
I have my notepad.
Yeah.
There's actually a guy behind me.
Yeah. Just feeding you like, hey, did you catch that question? Okay.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah. So good. Well, bro, I want to talk about what you got going on because I feel like now we've kind of seen behind the curtains. I'd love to hear your backstory and where things stemmed from and
Yeah,
how they've blossomed. And you watered that seed over time. And I'm sure, as any artist in the world, music has pushed you to do exciting things and it's also got you through hard times and everywhere in between. And I want to talk about after or when you started taking music seriously and making the leap to move and saying, you know what? I'm a rock star. I'm going to take this shit serious and I'm going to get after it. Let's talk about it.
so I moved to California to pursue rock and roll because there's nowhere in Oregon where I grew up to perform my style of music. I would have to transpose all of my music that I wrote for hard rock headbang into folk, bluegrass, or country. And I wasn't ready to do that. So I still respect that style of music, but those pants just don't fit me. So
Time to find a
I
new
moved.
pond.
Yeah, I had to go to a city that appreciates thrash metal, punk, and heavy metal to be able to write hard rock
Mm,
and live in an environment that's inspiring to write that style. I would have to drive to Portland, 30 miles away from McMinnville, where I grew up, maybe once a month to maybe get a show, get a bill that has good bands on it. You know, it just didn't cater to my needs. And so I made the executive decision in my life to move to California to pursue my rock and roll dreams.
yes, sir. God, I love that, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and I my really good friend, his dad is coined as one of the greatest Native American flutists in the world. Yeah, Jen Michael Looking Wolf, and I got to play with him on stage, and he got me my first paid gig at Spirit Mountain Casino for the 25th anniversary Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde ceremony. We opened for Rita Coolidge, and I was like 14, and I got to play on a powwow drum that night, and I skipped wrestling picture day. So in the yearbook, I was my freshman year, I wasn't on the wrestling team picture, and I wouldn't have traded that moment for the world. That was epic. I was on this drum throne and this powwow drum, bigger than I can hug. You know, I forgot. It was like buffalo hide, huge drum, deep too, and I had these two mallets, and they were like this big, and they had rubber. Um, no, that they're leather wrapped, like I think it was just straight wrapped leather actually, and then finally sewed in mallets, and I was drumming on this power drum, and it was like mic'd up, and like it had energy in there, and Jan was playing this double flute. And that was an epic experience. This song is Dream Warrior. You can find it on Spotify, but that was a cool one. And the guitar player was the George Noriega, the producer for all these Latin pop musicians like Ricky Martin, Jennifer Lopez, and that I miss him. You know, if he's watching, I missed you, George. He's a cool. He invited me to his Sugar Cane Studios in Florida to go jam. We ended up having Thanksgiving dinner with him. Cool guy, really silly. You know, like it's like really smart guy that knew how to laugh and like was just really intelligent. And it was really nice to meet him. Yeah, we played in front of like 1,500 people, and
Dang.
that was kind of like my skydive experience. You know, take that leap.
Yeah.
You know, walk up those steps onto that stage. You kind of change.
Yeah.
As a young boy, you know, it's like really inspired by everything going on, and I just pursued that path and never looked back.
Yeah.
And then moving to California to, you know, turn my amp up and learn these, you know, hard riffs, you know, get people, you know, locked in. That's one thing that California has that, you know, other than Portland, Portland's good for rock and roll. I've seen some great punk shows at the Wow Hall in Eugene.
Hawthorne or yeah.
Yeah, the Hawthorne, the Roseland. Yeah. You know, there's places to play. Don't get me wrong, but living, I have places all over town here. Like we booked, you know, and I live across the street from the Kilowatt. You know, if you hear like any drums or anything, my window's open. I live right by the marquee. You know, see who's playing by just going out across the street, and, you know, chilling out. And if somebody's playing, then I'll invite them over for a couple beers before they go on or whatever, you know. And I never wait for the bathroom line, you know. So that's clutch.
So yeah, you put yourself in a position to be able to be surrounded by the people that are doing what you want to do. And that's kind of a recurring segment on the show is like so many people that are on here that are successful in their lanes or just passionate about what they're doing. A lot of their origin stories start from scrubbing the toilets at the place that they knew they wanted to be involved with, just to be around the people that are doing the things that they want to do. And for you to make that leap, not a lot of people leave McMinnville, where we're both from.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people leave. And for you to make that leap and go just head first, I'm pursuing this. And I'm curious why you chose San Francisco. Like, how did you know that San Francisco had such a good rock scene?
It's rich in history. When I was reading through my mom's vinyl, there's always something about San Francisco in their interviews.
Yeah.
It's just a lovable town, and it's beautiful, and you're you're free to dress the way you want and express yourself 100%. You meet these people that you know. I'm not that radical to like I don't know. I'm not rocking glitter, but I got leather pants.
Yeah. You still living
It's
it?
just yeah. And if I was to do that in McMinnville, it's you know
Oh yeah. Oh
people
yeah.
start to stare, and I'm like, this is me.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it always has been too, bro. So I'm so
Yeah,
glad that you found a home. You found a place
yeah,
that is rock and roll because
yeah,
you're like a walking rock legend. And I think that you knew that as you're growing up and seeing you from afar because you're my little sister's friend and I'm always like, dude,
yeah.
that dude's a rock star. Like that just what you are. You just exude that. And I'm
Thank you.
just so happy to see that you have found your footing and you're out there doing what you love and you're kicking ass doing it. And I think that that's a beautiful segue into what you are doing now. I'd like to hear
Okay,
about where you're at with music and what you have going on.
thank you. I'm in a band that kicks ass, and couldn't ask for a better group of people to be working with. And we rehearse every Tuesday night, and we get together, and it's always really nice to see them. It's called Violet Thrones. Um, it's a vampire band. We play goth rock, and I play drums in that. And I have full control over writing my drum parts, and it's quite nice. And I am a session drummer too in the studio. I've I have this family, like chosen family through the studio. And when I broke up with this band, um, I moved out of this house due to financial obligations. And you know, I had to move out, and I was thinking that this is it. I'm moving back to Oregon. I'm picking up an acoustic guitar, and I'm gonna play at those wineries and weddings, and I'm gonna sell out.
Right. Yeah.
so, so I was talking to Michael Ross, really cool Danish dude. He's been in the music scene forever. He was good friends with this old band, Corrosion of Conformity, best friends with Reed Mullen, the drummer. And he's an OG, like badass, really. He has good music taste. And he's our engineer. He's been recording us. But he said, Kaden, I don't, you're not moving. He's from North Carolina. What are you thinking? Think you're gonna move? What are you gonna do there? I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm I'm like, I don't have anything going right now. I get paid $100 a song. How many fucking songs am I supposed to do right now? Like, throw me a bone. And he's like, Caden, you're moving into the studio. I talked to Travis.
Oof.
I, you know, I moved. I was sleeping on a couch. So I could stay here, and they helped me. And I ended up like getting some shifts at a bar called Winners, which is like the best. Like, if you start a new band and you want to try it out, that's a good first stage to jump on. And CJ at Winners Tavern, like, go, he's a cool guy, and yeah, go there. Just check it out. There's a dartboard pool table. There's two stages. There's one outside. It's right by the beach. You can go walk to the pier. It's right on the ocean. It's just a surf shack. It's like, it's grungy and nice and cool, and the vibe's always good. You know, um, So I was picking up some shifts there, doing what I can, bar backing, whatever they wanted me to do. And then I eventually moved into this spot here that I'm at now, and it's in the Mission District in San Francisco, and it's awesome. It's lively. It's very like alive, um, rich in history. I'm on Albion. It's one of the oldest roads. It's right off of Mission,
I
close
love
to
it,
the
man.
bar. And, so now I'm in a good spot where I can write, pick up a guitar, and play, just like um, I grew up doing. You know?
Yeah.
So I songwrite often. I have a notebook full of just scratch lyrics that I just like roughly wrote down or like woke up, turn over and write. That's something I created in my dream.
I love that.
Sometimes it's garbage, but sometimes it has a hook.
Yeah.
And I just, if there's no hook, I wouldn't write it. I like writing hooky stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
So
Bro, well,
it's a good
I'm
environment for writing.
yeah. Yeah, I love it, bro. And yeah, I really wish that you were in San Francisco when I rolled through. I rode my motorcycle from Tucson to Oregon, and I
I
stopped.
saw you were doing that on your Instagram story.
Yeah, so I stopped at all these places along the way, and it was in the midst of COVID. So
Mhm.
every place I stopped, I had to, figure out what was going on and find a hostel that I could stay at. And it was, you kind of had to tiptoe around in one way or another to figure out a
I
place
had,
to sleep.
I,
And,
man, that would have been awesome. That I had a motorcycle too. We could have been riding together.
dude, yeah, so my experience there was worse than bad. I mean, it was like, it was so tough, bro.
Dude, sometimes this city is like it's kind of very difficult on you, but it teaches you some lessons.
Yeah,
I've definitely gotten thicker skin by living here for 11 years.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not all like candy canes and lollipops and sunshine.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
some rude people, not people helping people. Yeah,
No,
yeah. You could choose to let it bum you out and ruin your day, but that's their problem. What you're feeling, they're just they're just venting it onto you. You don't need to take that and carry it.
yeah.
You
Oh,
don't need to.
absolutely. Yeah, I don't think that the people necessarily set me off in one way or another. It was just the story and struggle to get to that point that I was
Yeah,
already so beaten down and exhausted from all the different travel that I had done, and I had, my whole life on my bag and just
yeah,
everything stacked up, guitars and laptops and camera gear and all this stuff. And I roll up and it's in the midst of COVID and they were heavy, heavy lockdown. Oh, prior to getting there, I remember going across the bridge and the wind was blowing so hard that my pegs are hitting. I'm going straight and I'm scraping pegs going straight on the motorcycle.
Oh
I'm like,
no.
oh God, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it right now.
Did you have a Honda Shadow
I
or
did,
the old?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
yep.
like. Yeah, I had a Honda Shadow.
Bro, yeah, big old wide, heavy thing, no guts, but just a fun cruiser.
When
And
I lived in Yosemite, I rented my roommate's Honda Shadow 750, and I saw Soundgarden and Nine Inch Nails in Wheatland, California. I rode that bike, and the air filter was kind of loose, so I had to like push my knee into the bike like to get more horsepower. So I was like doing this to get out of the wind, and I was just slamming my knee into the air filter to get more horses on my way out. Then I froze my legs off on going through the Tualatin, like 120. Uh, it's a road that takes you over into Yosemite, and it was really cold when I got there. It
Mhm.
was like maybe 1 in the morning, maybe two, but I remember like pulling over to shake my legs out because of how cold it was. And yeah, that's my Honda Shadow experience. But I had one from 1988, and it was a cool bike. It was fun to ride. And then I was riding home from work, and I slammed my e-brake. So I was going up, and then I was getting ready for. I was like going uphill, and then I braked with, my right foot, and it just boom broke the rod, uh, my brake rod, and so I had to ride home with my front brake only.
That's not
Yeah,
sketchy
it's
or
like,
anything.
and then I couldn't find anybody to help me fix it or find the part, and so I ended up just giving that bike away. I also gave a DRZ away.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah,
I look
I
back
had
on
like
those old
three
bikes.
bikes at one time.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I had a lot of them still. They're fun, and I love the bobbed out shadows. They're loud
Oh
enough to
yeah,
know where you're at, and I like at least 12-inch apes. Not too crazy, not way up here, but yeah. In any event, it was a wild, wild ride out there, and I wish I would have known you were there. So maybe next time I come to San Fran, we link up. You show me what it's all about so I can
sure.
get another taste of the city.
Yeah. Do you like seafood?
Yeah,
All right, there's a place I'll take you called Sotomare. We'll get a couple oysters, and yeah,
let's
there's
do
some
it.
good spots out here.
Hell yeah.
Italian food. You like Italian seafood? That's the spot, Sotomare.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
And Mission Rock too. It's right on the water. I want to get some oysters there.
Nice. Yeah, I'd love
Yeah,
that, bro. But
that
man,
sounds
I
good.
gotta talk with you about you said, sometimes rolling over in the middle of the night, writing down something like the inspiration comes from a dream. And
Right.
we were discussing that you've been writing quite a bit, not just musically, but you have another endeavor. And could
Oh
you
yeah.
unpack that for us? I'm excited about this.
So I wrote a comedy comic book called Kador the Destroyer and the Moon
The
Goons.
Destroyer.
Yeah, I have it all written down in. I have the rough draft in pencil, and it's about Gaydor. Yeah. He's a roadie, space roadie, and he goes from different planets causing mayhem. He's a buffoon. He's a roadie that like knows everybody, and everybody knows him in the universe that he lives in. It's not out yet, but I really want to push it to release it maybe this year. I could probably do it. It is something cool that people really enjoy hearing about. And I had an animator that he's just great. Check out Nero. Nero says, and, he has this comic book, Heavy Meadow.
Oh,
And
sick.
yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. And his daughter's so cool, Izzy. She was like 7, and I remember I was having lunch with them, and I'm like, "Yo, Izzy, have you ever heard of Black Sabbath before?" So she's like, "No," and then I'm like, "Check this out." So I put "Paranoid" from Black Sabbath on my phone. I put it by her. She's like, "Oh, that's cool." And Nero's like, "Wait, thought I showed you Black Sabbath." No, Uncle Cato got that one, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. So this comic book, this is like I did the audio for it too, and he uh, he accidentally kills his girlfriend, and this energy beam from a uh, light tree falls down, casting her spirit into his motorcycle. And so
Yes.
he's like brain dead. So he's like, "Hey, babe, what's going on?" And then she's like, "I can't believe you killed me." And it's like the bike that's like back and forth. Like, come on, you can't be upset about this. It's fine, And then They're rocketing through space, and then they crash land on the moon, and with their moon, whatever. And I wrote this a few years ago, so it's a little fuzzy, but pretty much he needs to race another bike to get his going to get out of there. So he's kind of held captive by these moon goons, and I wrote the music for it, and I sent you the death race. But if I sent you when we were writing this, I don't think Nate, my friend and musician partner, I don't think he knew, he didn't read the comic yet, so he was just kind of riffing on this thing, and I did all the music, and it's just I was using this TD3 by Behringer, which is a ripoff of a Roland 303. It's a bassline arpeggiator, and it took me 2 times through the manual to read it and figure out what the hell I was doing, and then I watched some YouTube tutorials to kind of clear it up. But it's a difficult device to learn, and it sounds like no other synth. And so I created this riff, motif on this arpeggiator, and I think it sounds super silly and cool. And so I tuned the pitch up to D, and then I just did a riff in D with the wah pedal, and then we had, I think, one overhead mic for the drums, and I think the bass drum or snare drum was mic. But it was just a minimal thing we did in this rehearsal space where we recorded all these rough demos. So I was pretty pleased about how it turned out. So I have my roughs all done for the music portion, and I wrote the full comic already. So it's just a means of getting it out to a producer that could help me out or find some funding to get it just finished and put it out there, because I think it's just a hilarious little piece,
bro.
Like my love for comedy and music and joy. It just brings you like just a feeling of freedom. Something you could ride a motorcycle to. You could ride a skateboard, work with it in your headphones. So I think like an audiobook with tasteful music is just what I need. So I wrote one.
Dude, I love it. I love it. What's the name of it?
Kador the Destroyer and the Moon Goons.
Yeah. So sick. Bro, if anybody's watching and wants to get involved with something like that, how would they reach you?
DM me on Instagram.
Kador the Destroyer. Or is it Kador the Destroyer?
Kador the Destroyer.
Kador the Destroyer on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, bro, I want to dive into some music real quick because you sent me some tracks. And
sure did.
I want to kind of cue this up a little bit with a little backstory of this song called I'll Give You Anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you could kind of tee us up what this song is all about and give us a little backstory.
So I wrote this song when I was playing in a rock and roll band, and I felt like I wasn't writing enough, so I just spit this song out, and it turned out to be delicious. And it's a catchy tune that I was going to release as a single, but just haven't put it out because I don't really know how to put out a single for myself yet. So you're making it public right now, so I appreciate that.
Let's go. People helping people first right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeehaw. Let's get after it. So without further ado, this right here is I'll Give You Anything by the man himself, Kaden Owens. And before hold on, let me get the visualizer ready. I kind of jumped the gun here. Okay. All right. So let me get this playing right here. Let me save that. Okay. Perfect. Let me save it. And sorry about that, guys. I need to save it to files because I know if my phone turns off, the song's gone forever. Forever.
Forever, ever.
I've made that mistake multiple times. Okay. I'll give you anything in file. Boom. Okay. Let's rerun that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you anything. Gosh dang. Hold on. I need my glasses. That's something that's happening with age. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's run it. This is I'll Give You Anything by our friend Kaden Owens. Let's go.
I know I'm crazy. Does this mean I'm not insane? Don't mind me lighting candles in the rain. I've been through mountains. I've chased my goal. I've fought the beast in me alone. I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything you wanna know. I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything you wanna know. I'll give you pirates gold from the salty seas they call home. No worries, no worries, you're not alone. I have a palace, my garden so pristine. Wet it down with gasoline. I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything you wanna know. I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything you wanna know. I'll give you pirates gold from the salty seas they call home. No worries, no worries, you're not alone. No
I'm muted. Oh my God, another one of these. No worries.
You like
The
that?
strings, the guitar.
Yeah, Missy.
Hello.
She played cello, and I just called her, and I'm like, I have a song that I really want you to play cello on. And not only because she's a homie, you know, she's a roller derby, you know, and she's a badass. And she she plays cello. I just needed that in that song, and it worked out. And they were really stoked to be on it. And so we were writing the arrangements. She reads charts and stuff, so it helped a lot. And she wanted some direction from Nate and I, and we wrote that kind of in the studio to finish it up. And so it came together quite quickly. And Nate and I were taking turns on guitar in there, and he does a lot more bending than I do on acoustic guitar. So you could kind of hear the difference in guitar playing. He does more bends, and I do a lot more slides.
Bro, I mean, God. You know,
Thank you.
the one thing I don't do is be like, hey, that sounds like, or that blah, blah, blah. But I will just say that there was a generation of music that was captured in that song. And it just took me to a time and a moment and a place, and it felt oh so familiar in such a good way. Like,
Very cool.
I could just see so many people chanting that. Like, that is an anthem, bro. No
Thank
way.
you.
I'm gonna be listening
You're
to
the
that
hook.
a lot,
You
bro.
gotta have a hook.
Ah, so
And
good.
it's really, really easy if you want to play it. So it's really easy. And then the chorus,
Mm,
and then we do that.
mm.
That's it. That's the whole song.
Legendary, brother. Thank you for sharing that. And the people in the chat, we got to acknowledge our people. The community's out here. They're reaching out. They're talking with us. Let's
Oh
say
yeah?
to the people real quick.
What's going on in that chat box?
What's happening? Your boy B, a legend. Thank you for being here, brother. He is donating a piece of artwork to our
Whoa.
auction that's happening at the end of
Wow.
September to help the kids go to Camp Asda. We love you, your boy B. Thanks for being here. My Ling Makai. Let's
Yeah.
see. We see. Do you know My Ling?
She's my friend. Yeah.
What's up, My Ling? Shout out.
What's up,
Welcome.
Mei Ling?
Oh man, we got let's see who else we got up in here. Oh, My Ling says Kaden helps make the world better.
Aw,
Come on.
thank you.
Absolutely. The world needs more Cadence.
Oh, at your service.
Let's see. Kenny Johnson. What's up, brother? Welcome in. Kenny asks, you coming to Oregon soon, right? I am. Kayla and I are going to be flying up there the 17th and leaving the 23rd. My little sis is getting married, bro. Can you believe it?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, yeah. Oh, Maya's
Hell
up
yeah.
there.
That's epic.
Isn't it? So dope.
Yeah. We like grew up together.
I know.
Super cool.
It is really wild. It is wild. I'm so excited. So, yes, we will be up there from the 17th to the 23rd. Looking forward to it. Kayla Coffee Studios is in the house. She put me on blast. She says, happy birthday, Alexander. I wasn't going to say nothing, but thank you. Thank you.
It's your birthday?
It's my birthday. We here.
What?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Oh my god. I did not know that.
I know.
What
Who
the
cares?
hell? Like,
Another day, you know, shout out to my mama. That's who deserves
not
it.
another day. This is a holiday.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. That's my love right there. Rich says, oh, man. Thanks, Kayla. Happy birthday, AJ. Thank you, Rich. We appreciate you, brother. Rich says, giving me that bread feeling from the 70s. He says, it sounds great.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Yep. And he also posts a bunch of fire emojis out there. He's loving the music, man.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. My Ling says, Kaden gonna sing us a song. Yes, please.
Sing a song?
My Ling's calling you out right now.
I don't even think the audio would be very good.
Yeah, the audio is a little wonky, but I mean, it's up to you, man. If not, that we can move on because we got another song of yours to play here. This isn't the one and only tune, and it
Right.
looks like
Yeah, we'll pick it up later if you want it.
yeah, absolutely. I say we play another song and then maybe we do a little live something,
Okay.
give the people what they want to hear.
Whatever you want.
Cool. All right. Well, before we dive into it, man, again, I just got to give you your flowers on that. That song is crazy, and I'm proud of who you are, where you're at, bro. Like, I can't wait to come to San Fran and say what's up and get a real tour of the city that I feel like I got a bad first impression in the midst of COVID. It was
It's
locked
yeah.
down.
It's,
So,
yeah,
we'll
we'll
ru-
do some sightseeing and have some good food.
yeah, we'll run it back. So this next song that we're gonna play of yours, man, is it's called Death Race.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds exciting.
In the comic book, this is in the audio book when Kador the Destroyer has to race on an electric motorcycle to so if he wins this race, then he gets the can of gasoline to put in his bike so he can leave. He's under this contract, okay, and so he has to win this race to get him free because he's held hostage. And being an amazing motorcyclist, a space rocket rider, you know, he's being used in this political scheme of things. And when I release it, it'll make all the sense. But I wrote this song with like all the Eddie Van Halen and just like epic rock feeling, like the vibe of just intense motorcycles, hard hitting rock and roll. You know, it's that invigorating feeling of, I took my ZX11. I had a very fast Kawasaki Ninja. I took 162. And that feeling of the wind and tucking in and really going for it. And then that adrenaline rush. I threw that vibe into this song that you're going to hear.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope you guys are as amped as I am right now.
Yeah, I'm doing all the instrument. Everything you hear is all me.
Yes. Beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right into it. This is Death Race by our friend here, Kaden Owens. Let's get after it.
Right on, Josh. You need anything from the store? Text me if you need anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So much fun, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fun song. And you could hear in the recording, like me and Nick, oh,
Yeah.
because it was like all improv, just to like, you know, open your, tool bag and
Yeah.
like throw this in there, see what works with this. And so that was a lot of fun to record.
That was
And it's all just a big rough draft that you could re-record it in a studio, and I'm sure it'd still have that same flavor because we knew where it came from.
Yeah, I love it, man. That was incredible. Thank you for sharing that. And
Thanks
looks
for
like,
listening.
yeah, bro. Looks like 5150 Whoa Ho says, "Hey,
There's my
Kaden,
brother.
Connor." That's your brother. Shout out, Connor.
Hey, Connor.
Welcome to the show, man.
My brother, he's diabetic too.
What? No way.
Yeah,
I've got a diet buddy out there. Another diet.
yeah, you good? Yeah,
Oh, yeah. What's up, diet buddies? Man, I need more diet brothers in my life for sure.
hit him up.
Epic. Nice. Well,
He's
man,
living in Mac,
oh, is that
McMinnville.
right? Nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Well, bro,
he
I
got
want to thank
married
you.
last year.
What's that?
He got married last year. We went to Kentucky. It was awesome.
To Kentucky. Why Kentucky?
That's where Caitlin's from. Got
Nice.
all the family out there, and I went golfing for my first time on a
And,
on a course. I did okay. I made a putt for birdie. That was cool.
bro, that's real good.
Yeah, I did like putt golf and stuff, but we went to the driving range. The what's that big conglomerate? Top Golf.
Top
We
golf.
went to Top Golf, and so I learned how to drive. And then my cousin Mikey, we were in the backyard of this Airbnb, this huge brick mansion, and we were chipping. He was teaching me how to chip. Um, you know how to golf at all?
I mean, I grew up golfing with my grandfather every single
Okay,
weekend,
so you
but
know what chipping is.
dude, oh yeah, oh yeah. But I think I got to be careful with that at this age because I feel like I'm an addictive human being, and
Oh yeah, and
starting
you're at
back
that
up in
prime
that, bro,
age.
I will be on the course all the time. So I take it when maybe once a year, you know.
Hmm.
Let's see. Rich says, I know you talked about Aerosmith and Journey, um, but was the heavy metal bands of the 60s and 70s a big influence on your music? Great question, Rich.
Yeah. Um, with my music, I hear like more Alice in Chains and grunge in the '90s. When I was finding my true grass, the classic rock was pretty big, and the heavier stuff like Candlemass and Black Sabbath came a little later when I knew how to do it. Um, there was more inspiration to Led Zeppelin than Black Sabbath, but as I grew older, I felt like I was able to appreciate it a lot more. And it's yeah, it stems from like my education in music. It brought me to that appreciative zone. And Black Sabbath, I there was a times like I knew the songs and I loved the songs, but later in life I heard more things that I loved about it. And Geezer Butler's bass line really reached to me, and Bill Ward's drumming really reached to me. But that's because I knew what I was listening for. So sonically, I thought it was all beautiful, but learning what I liked about it, it brought me to a new world of appreciation to Black Sabbath.
Hmm, great answer. Great question, Rich. Thank
Yeah,
you for
thank
that.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, bro, this has been awesome. Not only just to catch up with you, but
Yeah,
into some tunes get to know where you're at, what you're doing. And I just want to let you know that my hand is here if you ever need anything at all. If you want to sit down and promote, if you just want to sit down and shoot the shit with me in the community, if you want to just whatever, we're here to help. So if there's anything that we can do here to support you, you let
Yeah,
me know.
right on. Yeah, and maybe Violet would enjoy coming on and talking about her musical experience too. It's my bandmate. She's
Yeah.
just, she's great. And I met her when I was at this drum session I had with Mark Stormay, the bass player from the Killers. He was there, and we were playing for Pietro Straccia, this brilliant, talented musician with a great voice and great guitar player, great drummer, just all around great musical genius. He's you should look him up. He's great. But Violet's boyfriend was also playing guitar in that, and so I met her, and we were closer in age, so we just kind of hit it off right out of the bat. And yeah, this is her first band that she's in. We just like she's learning the ropes, but we all stem from this background in music, so we're helping her out. I didn't know the band before I joined. She just knew everybody and brought us together, and we just wrote this heavy, dark, gloomy music that we just love.
Yes, I love it. Bro, have her reach out. Have her reach out. Let's sit down and maybe eventually we have both you guys on at the same time. I would love to have good audio, maybe doing some actual music
Yeah,
sessions, right? Like,
yeah, in the studio, we could do that.
it'd be so fun.
That'd
So
be great. Yeah, studio interview would be just magical.
epic. Well, man,
Yeah.
again, thank you so much for coming on the show. And before we go, is there anything that you'd like to leave with the people?
Check out Violet Thrones, and we hope to see you guys. And I appreciate you guys listening to this story of my life.
Yeah.
And I hope I inspire you to tune your guitar and play, pick up some drumsticks, and hit something.
Yeah. God, I love it, man. Kaden Owens.
Hey,
And where can the people reach you, bro?
follow Kador the Destroyer on Instagram. And
Kador the Destroyer.
yeah,
Instagram.com.
that's my main.
Cool. Instagram.com/Kador the Destroyer. Got it. I'm going to put that up there for the people to see. My brother, we love you. We appreciate you. This has been an epic interview, and I can't wait to hear from you and anybody else that you think would be fit for the show. Let's have them on. Let's get it going.
Right on. Will do, partner.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you, man.
All right, deuces.
Peace.
Yeehaw. That was a fun interview. Caden's the best. I mean, we go back so many years, and I'm just stoked that, the people around are just doing things that are so interesting, for him to be living out who he truly is. And like I said, I mean, I've always seen that guy as a rock star, and here he is just embodying and embracing his calling and taking the chance and going after it, and it's just inspiring, man. So I'm stoked. I'm stoked to have him. And my Ling says, Kaden helps make the world a better place. And come on. Don't we know it? Thank you again, Kaden, for being a part of the show, man. And you guys, as you know, this is chapter 2. Chapter 2 of People Helping People. If you're just joining us, Rich, you're the man. He says it in the comments right here. He says, please hit the like button. Calls to action. I need them. And Rich is here to help me remember. Hit the like button on the stream if you could. If you're not subscribed to People Helping People, we sit down with business owners, artists, musicians, difference makers in the community, and we peel back the curtains, get to know who they are, and then we intertwine individuals with other people that can help them out. So I hope that you guys got some wisdom and some goodies from this interview as I did, and As we continue to move forward, September 29th, we are having an auction. We've had world-renowned artists. I'm so grateful that the people that have been on the show have been on the show. It feels so good. And they have donated pieces to our auction. So September 29th at 4 p.m., our auction will be going live. We will be showcasing artwork from all these incredible artists that are here to donate their pieces to support kids to go to Camp ASDA. And for those of you just tuning in, Camp ASDA is a camp for type 1 diabetics, and we got one of those in the chat. Connor, we see you out there. Being a type 1 diabetic myself, this is near and dear to my heart. And this camp gives kids a chance to not feel so alone. Anybody who's a type 1 diabetic knows that it can be a lonely disease. There's not a lot of understanding from the people around you. It's hard to describe what you're going through. And so this camp allows kids to go be surrounded by other type 1 diabetics for a week. All of the camp counselors are diabetic. All of the medical staff are type 1 diabetic. And it's a place of community, a place of understanding, and a place of love. And everybody has donated their art pieces, their artwork pieces to help support these kids go to camp. So I am so stinking grateful. We're really going to change some lives with this, and I just am overwhelmed with gratitude of the amount of support that we're having here on People Helping People. So tune in September 29th at 4 p.m. to check out artwork from everybody that's donating. And if you just want to donate to help kids go to camp right now, there's a link in the description. You can just donate. I'm not asking anybody to, but if it calls to you, there's a link in the description of this video where you can go donate and help support kids go to camp. But yeah, artwork will go live September 15th. We'll have a silent auction. So if you can't make the 29th, keep looking out, because on the 15th, we're going to have the silent auction go live so you guys can bid prior to the actual auction. Then we will start the prices at the actual auction at the highest bidder of the silent auction. I know this is a mouthful. It's a lot. It's a lot. But as we come closer to September 15th, we will have links for you guys, and I'll show you guys where to go and how to go about getting involved with this. But before we go, we have some sponsors of the show that we got to shout out. We couldn't go on without shouting out our team, our boys. Let's see. Tonight's show is sponsored by Mike Silkowski. He's your local partner in getting your message in front of the right people. Mike specializes in helping businesses right here in Southern Arizona reach their ideal customers through TV and streaming services. So he's not just sponsoring this Chapter 2 of People Helping People. He's building partnerships. And he doesn't succeed unless you do. So if you're ready to grow your business with someone who's invested in your success, call Mike directly at 515-305-5311. Again, that's 515-305-5311. And Mike, we appreciate you, man. So if you're a business owner of any kind, and you might be interested in some kind of networking, some kind of marketing for your business, give Mike a call. Worst he can do is at least direct you to somebody that can help you if he can't do it personally. So give him a call and see what he can do for you. He's a great guy, and he loves having conversations with business owners. So we appreciate you, Mike, and thank you for supporting our show. Gosh, these glasses are so crooked. Looking like Austin Powers over here, you know? This episode of People Helping People is also sponsored by T-Town Boxing. It's Tucson's home for boxing, kickboxing, and recovery classes for all ages. T-Town Boxing isn't just a gym, it's a community where you can build confidence, discipline, and lifelong skills. Whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or sharpening your technique, from kids to adults, beginners to experienced fighters, T-Town Boxing offers a space to grow, train, and challenge yourself. So if you're ready to push your limits and join an amazing community, reach out to T-Town Boxing on Instagram at Instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, BoxingTucson.com. Again, that's Instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, BoxingTucson.com. And Jake is an incredible person. He's the owner of T-Town Boxing. Jake, we love you, brother. Thank you for being a supporter of people helping people. Boxing got him through so much in life, and he just wanted to flip the script and do the same thing for others. And so I commend Jake and who he is and what he stands for, and he's building an incredible community over there at T-Town Boxing. So we appreciate you, Jake. Let's see. We got Rizzle in the house, Uplift State of Mind podcast. Shout out to those guys. If you haven't subscribed to their channel, go over there, Uplift State of Mind. He's got an incredible mental health podcast, the stuff that not a lot of people are comfortable talking about. And they sit down and they just break it down. They break it down. They had a show tonight, which I couldn't see because we had our show coming up. But yeah, go give him a subscribe over there. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And stay in tune with what we got going on. So I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I want to thank Kaden for gracing the stage and sharing his music and just keeping rock and roll alive, man. I love it. I love it. And shout out to my new diet buddy over there, Connor. Kaden's bro. Now my bro. We got some diabetics in the house, and I appreciate y'all. Just know you're not alone, right? So in any event, I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of our community. And I think this is where we're going to end the show with this amazing outro right here. Let's hit it. We'll see y'all on Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there. Deuces.
Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.